So now let's move on to the next topic. And let's get into some homosexual news. Because if you've been catching up with Celebrity Big Brother and all the stuff that's been going on social media, apparently Jojo Siwa said she's not a lesbian anymore. She said, I am queer. I am queer, queer, queer. So yeah. So, her little fling, I don't know what the hell you want to call it. She and Chris Hughes are getting pretty close over there on Celebrity Big Brother. Shout out to Tommy Italiano, who's been keeping me abreast of everything that's going on because he keeps sending me a lot of clips over on TikTok. And I do have one of the clips that I want to play where she basically opens up about, you know, changing like her new revelations because she's getting, I guess, her hanging out with Chris Hughes and her being in the house, and when you can find a one space and y'all just being filmed 24/7, when you're in this pressure cooker, you do, I guess, you feel, you start making you question things, and she's questioning things. So yeah, I have this clip courtesy of Tommy over at TikTok where she's opening up to Danny Beard about her sexuality. Please hold.
Think being here, I realized, oh no, I'm not lesbian, I'm queer.
It's official, Jojo Siwa has officially retracted being a lesbian. And to add more controversy, she was caught on the live feeds getting into bed with Chris Hughes again. If you don't know what's going on in the Big Brother house, I have all the details. Do you think Jojo Siwa renounced being a lesbian because she met Chris Hughes? Jojo recently said she's feeling unfulfilled with her partner after meeting Chris Hughes. The Dance Moms star and the former Love Island star have continued to raise eyebrows over their flirty friendship in the house, which have established as much more than a friendship, but we'll get into that. Jojo Siwa, 21, and Chris Hughes, 32, were caught sharing a very intimate exchange on Celebrity Big Brother live stream on Monday night. I've been reporting since day one of Jojo Siwa getting in the Big Brother house, and it's controversial because she has an alleged partner at home and she's been developing a relationship with Chris Hughes. This is not the only thing I discovered. I found Jojo Siwa and Chris Hughes sharing a steamy moment in the hot tub on the live stream. I want to be exceptionally clear. I think Jojo Siwa has the right to question her identity. However, it seems like an opportune time to gain publicity and ratings, especially in her recent controversy and scandal. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only. All statements are alleged and speculative.
Okay, so you pretty much got the gist. And I kind of I was thinking the same thing before I even saw the video. That was the first time I actually watched that clip. But it was like, yeah, I was of two minds about it. Like, here I am thinking, like, you know what? Sometimes things happen. You feel one way about something where it's like, you know what? She's 21 years old. He's in his 30s, though, which I'm going to get on that in a second because there was something he had her do in the house that I was like, this is a little squeamish. Like, what are you doing? But to me, over the past, like when we've been watching JoJo when she came out of the closet and then she started with the Karma song, which was a Miley Cyrus rejected track. And then she's been doing a lot of stuff out in these streets. It felt, okay, who are you? Who are you trying to be? You're still trying to figure out who you are. So it does come across as like thirsty for attention with a lot of the antics and stuff. And I was thinking that as well with her being in the Celebrity Big Brother house. And I was like, you know what? You are giving like, it just feels like, okay, you being a little thirsty, or this is an attention grab. And because Mickey Rourke is no longer in the house, now how are we going to keep the rating? How are we going to keep driving up the ratings? So we need to create this narrative of this girl who came out as a lesbian might have feelings for this boy. Now I don't want people to start thinking that all of a sudden that, you know what, you have, so being gay is a choice, that all of a sudden if you haven't met the right person of the opposite sex, and if you meet the right person, that they can make you change over into liking something else. She's still young enough where she's trying to figure out who she is, and I hope this is her authentically being herself and not some stunt y'all trying to pull, like I said, for some ratings. But because sexuality is not a game, it's not something we play with. We see too many of y'all gay for pays, the Wild Boys, are running around here trying to play up the whole gay thing for a check, for attention, for relevancy, and then now you up in here doing it. So I hope that's not what that is. I hope that this is genuinely you like realizing, you know what? Sexuality is fluid. It's not a black and white sort of thing. And I do think that with her being 21, you should be out there sowing your wild oats and playing, trying all different flavors of the ice cream. So that way you know what you like and you know what you don't like. That sexuality, like I said, is fluid. So I hope that she will take this opportunity to explore her stuff. So she went on and said this. You have a female, you have a male. You have a lot of females. Love them. Don't feel like I'm them. I've met a lot of males. Love them. Definitely not them, she explained while the sports presenter sat beside her. I've met a lot of people in my life that are non binary, and these beautiful non binary people are who I feel like most like. And I don't know. It's not something that I want to say about myself yet, but it's something that is confusing. Yeah, like I said, sexuality is fluid. It takes a lot of people to figure out who they are. Nobody knows. There's some who know how to get, okay, I'm strictly, a homosexual, be it you're a female or a male. And then there's some that's like, what, I'm all about exploring all different things. So some people are gender nonconforming, some people are non-binary, some people are, or just like the word I like to use, queer, because it means that you're unique and you're into different things and not just gonna secure yourself with one thing. So then Jojo's mother offered her support to her daughter via TikTok by reposting that moment and writing the caption, what you are feeling inside is absolutely okay. You can talk about it whenever you decide. No pressure, no judgment, only love and support always. Now, um, and I think that all this is coming around because, after the whole aftermath of Mickey Rourke with the homophobic comments that he was making and basically saying that I guarantee you after me being in the house, if I'm in the house for 4 more days, you won't be gay no more. And now here you are, now that Mickey is gone because he was being a hot ass mess. Now all of a sudden you want to sow your wild oats with someone of the opposite sex. So it's kind of making it look like, so was Mickey Rourke right the whole time? Or is this like a stunt, like I said? So now, I was trying to look at what it was the thing. So then they said there was something that Chris. Oh, I found it because I was looking for I was like, did I miss it? Because they've been cuddling in bed and all that other stuff. And Chris is 32, by the way. She's 21. So that's why I'm like, no, I'm a little with the age thing because there was a sequence where he asked her to lick chocolate off his shorts, and she did it. So when you out here doing sexual stuff with this man who's in his 30s and you 21, I'm kind of looking at y'all like, what are y'all doing? I understand this is good TV and all this other stuff and ratings, and y'all gotta try to do what y'all gotta do to keep people invested into the show. Now that Mickey Rourke is not there, we need to make keep people invested. So I hope that this is genuinely you exploring your sexuality and trying to figure out where you coming from, rather than you out here pulling stunts in the shows to expand on your 15 minutes. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you think that JoJo is exploring her sexuality and trying to, come to terms that, what, I'm not strictly into being with women, that I would entertain the idea that I'm non-binary or I'm queer or someone who is like, I'm just in love with the soul or the person. And that's what attracts me. It's not necessarily about genitalia. It's not necessarily about them being of the same gender. That it's just like if I happen to come in close proximity and we vibe in and there's a spark there, then I'll date you. I don't care who you are, man, woman, non-binary, whatever the case is. So I want to hear from y'all. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below.